Well, I said, boy.
What's going on, guys? Welcome to the first and foremost podcast where not only give you feel, but we keep it real, baby. Let's get it. Hey, I'm your humble host, Jerome Jones. We got my boy, one and only. You already know who he is. Thank you.
What's going on, people? How are we doing?
Hey. We good?
Yeah, we good, G. We good.
All right. Hey, man, as you can tell, it's only two of us right now. The three amigos will be here in 1 second. The little second chapter you want to start a little early. I know you guys are waiting for us, start a little late. I don't like to always be on color time. You know what that means? So, we want to start a little bit, start off for him. He'll be on very soon, but we're going to start this off, man. Let's start with the first and foremost, man. First and foremost, how you doing, Bacon?
I'm great, brother. I'm blessed, man. How are you doing?
I'm great. Highly favored. What you got for first and foremost today, man?
First and foremost, unfortunately, Kobe Bryant's the late Kobe Bryant's pops passed away today. The Joe Jelly Bean Bryant, man, NBA legend, he passed away at the age of 69. Earlier today, it's unfortunate, but that's my first and foremost, man. What about you, G?
Yeah, first and foremost, man, I should have went first. I forgot about Jelly Bean, man. Philly legend. Raised the son of Philly. Kobe Bryant was a huge Philly, Philly Eagles fan, maybe because of his dad. So Pops is the reason why Kobe, became such a legend. Starting him off in high school, and I forgot what exact town it is, but out there in PA, and help his son.
Lower Marion?
Huh?
Is it Lower Marion? I know it's the name of the high school. I know it's the
name. Yeah. I think so. So, great guy, Philly legend, man. Rest in peace to his soul, and condolences to the family and everything like that. I know the family's still kind of recovering a little bit from Mama and the daughter leaving us. So
they lost a lot.
Yeah, I know. So I hope they are doing well. I hope everything's going with them. But my first and foremost is I had another first foremost, but this is I had to add this one in real quick. And I'm gonna bring our I'm not gonna say our third guy, but our companion here, Mr. Najeh Wilson. How you doing, sir?
What's going on, fellas? How y'all doing tonight? Sorry I'm late, man. Bad accident, fellas. My apologies. Sorry, audience too. I know we got a special guest, so my apologies, y'all.
You're good. We're just getting on to our first and foremost right now, and I want to say my first and foremost because before we got on here, and I wanted to bring you in here, Najeh, but my man Bacon, man, I love my boy Bacon because he got some good music taste. So he's like he's an older soul, but he hurt my heart a little bit before we got on here, man. He didn't know his song "Rock the Boat."
Rock the boat. I didn't know the artist, but I knew the song.
That's what?
Listen,
that's crazy, bro. I almost said Revolt.
Revolt? No way.
I almost said Revolt, twin. Come on, bro. All that music playing on Saturday, bro.
Like unrevocable, bro.
He had a nerve to sing it first, and I was like, "Yeah, you know who that is?" He was like, "I had no idea." I'm like,
"Bro, at least I knew the song, man."
Come on, bro.
This gotta be credit.
Even after I said her name, he was like, I was like, oh my god,
That's crazy.
If you guys don't know who we're talking about Aaliyah.
Yeah.
One of the great artists before she passed away. Only passed away at 23.
Yeah,
23 in 2003.
No, she passed
two?
away at the age of 23.
What year?
Yeah, 2001.
2001. Okay.
Yeah. A legend. Died way too early. But yeah, man, hurt my heart with that. So I had to have that as one of my first and foremost, because when he said he didn't know who that was, I was like, and I what was the other song that I said? Rockable and the other one.
Dang it, you did Rob. Yeah.
But the song that I sang on Leah, he didn't know who that was either. I was like, come on. But anyway, he said left side. I was like, no, not left side. But my other first and foremost is you guys are on here right now. I hope that you are on and paying attention. We've got 50 people in here right now, so I appreciate y'all getting on, sure. But as you guys already know, yesterday the game, you already know what the game is. NCAA came out.
Yep.
Guys, you have a family member right now that's not watching for the playing game. Tell them to pause the game, give them a little break, and watch the first and foremost. Give them a little break. They can eat and stuff like that while they're watching us, listen to us, But, we want to make sure that, the people in here are watching us and, supporting. So if you have a family member and stuff like that and you do TV, you can even still play and listen to us in the background, But,
Yeah, it's just straight in the letters.
Now, a lot of people are distracted. It literally just came out yesterday. So two things I want to talk about with the game real quick. One is Team Builder has not been announced yet. I heard it's supposed to be announced on Friday. EA, what are we doing? Again, one of my favorite modes. I'm mad that they didn't have it up. What's going on? And the last thing I want to talk about is all the haters right now. There's a couple of haters out there talking about the game's not good. Come on, man. Why? I haven't played the game yet myself. But a lot of gameplay. It looks very good. Why I understand the game is not gonna everything's not gonna be pleasing to everybody. I get it, but why you gotta spoil it for everybody? You talk about the game, I waited 10 years for this and that. Like, come on, man, let us enjoy it, give it some time. There's gonna be a little bugs, there's gonna be some issues. Give it some time. But I'm telling you, from 10 years from now, 10 years from what we had, this game looks amazing. I can't wait to play it. Hopefully I get to play it by this weekend. But man, I'm super excited. But what is your first and foremost, man?
All right, man. I'm gonna get y'all hype. We still got Jamauri, right?
Well, it's in the works. It's in the works, G.
Oh man, in the works.
It's in the works. Back to backs.
Man. But first and foremost, I hope you fellas are ready because I know y'all know what next week is.
Yes, it's this media day. It's
No.
That's definitely next week, though.
That is next week, but no. We are dropping our top 27 list next week. Remember, we after. Yes, so you see Jerome's face, he's surprised. You see Baker's face, he's surprised. So you fellas better get on your homework and get ready because this is the deadline we set, and I am sticking to it. I'm excited to talk about these top 2027 kids. Some names you will see on there: Andrew Beard, that is one from Prince Avenue Christian, the running back. He just posted offers. Jaden Worth, you will see him as well. And so many more 2027s we're excited to talk about and to shed a little bit of light on, man. So y'all stay tuned for that. That is my first and foremost tonight. I hope you fellas is ready, man. So, hey, I know we all gonna be busy, but got to get down to the homework, man, so we can have a fire list. We bring on a special guest next week to talk about the list.
Hey, man, I appreciate you reminding me. I forgot about it, but I'm definitely been scouting for sure. So I just got to put the list together, but we can definitely talk about it soon, man, because definitely want to talk.
Excuse me.
Let's do it.
Excuse me. Whew, sorry. Of course, I've already said mine. I wasn't in here now, but I want to get your thoughts. Jelly Bean Brian passed away today at the age of 69. Just how do you feel about his passing, man?
Sad, man. I mean, you hate to see it. Obviously, it was some rumors that there was some family drama, too. Especially when Kobe had passed. So, he definitely had a big impact, on the world. And he did not just mentor his son and created a global superstar, but he also impacted the game in many ways. Coached overseas, coached in Europe. So, this passing the tutelage along to young kids, man, for generations and generations, man. So, I still think 69 is young. Hate to see him pass so early, man. But I mean, from what I heard, I mean, he was a great person. And look what he created, and phenomenal, not only talent, but a phenomenal person on and off the court. Somebody that you that could be an exemplary role model. You don't always see that, man. So hate to see that, man. Real sad news. Passed just a couple years after his son. So and they usually say, one closer you pass, usually it has a residual effect on you, and not too far long after. You know what I'm saying? Knock on wood. Usually the next one comes. So unfortunate, but he definitely left a big mark on the game on and off the court.
Facts. I think I found Jelly Bean, man. It was 2K13. I was opening up my gold packs. And I got that boy Jelly Bean Brown. I think he was a silver. It might have been a gold. I said, man, who's Jelly Bean? So I like that name. So I went and did my research. Woo. And you know what I'm saying? Right there with Jelly Bean Brown in the starting lineup. And I think we went undefeated for a little stretch. So that was when I got with Jelly Bean Bryant. Shot at 2K13.
For sure. Hey man, while we're on the subject, I want to think about and give my condolences to why I'm blanking on this. Jacoby, former Ravens returner.
Kobe Jones.
Yeah, Jacoby.
Yeah, Jacoby Jones. There you go. Jacoby Jones, man, passed away this week as well. Passed away so early, man. I wanted to know what you guys thought about him. First thing I want to will say is the Super Bowl kick return that he had, man. Is one of the most. I thought definitely have to have one Super Bowl kick return. He was another one. I think that was the only two. I could be wrong, but two very exciting plays in the Super Bowl. He had one of them, and very exciting guy when he was on the Ravens. I love his energy. I never seen him in person, but I can tell he had really good energy. I heard some things about him being on the and being there during OTAs before he passed away. Raving about Isaiah Likely, and yelling at the coaches, start him. Obviously they got Mark Andrews there, but he's yelling at the coaches telling them to start him. So from looking from afar, I think he had a lot of energy. Seemed like a very positive person. I didn't get the details on what happened to him on his passing, but very sad, especially when you see somebody so young. I think he's only 40 years old. So I wanted to know what you guys thought about that as well.
Yeah, Jacoby was a legend, man. That's definitely when football started to become like when it started to stick. Names with players, what they did. How it is when you kind of get older, start understanding the game. Jacoby Jones definitely one of my favorites. Definitely part of that Ray Lewis regime. Just love his energy. Obviously, return man. I feel like now so kind of falling off in popularity. I think they're more popular back in the day. That's just me. Maybe I could be wrong. But so definitely Jacoby was definitely one of those guys. I definitely gotta you gonna know where he's at. But definitely unfortunate. Anytime somebody passes away at any time, but especially at the age of 40, his brother seems to still be in good shape. It's definitely a head scratcher. But like we said earlier about Jelly Bean, Mr. Bryant, excuse me. Condolences to the family, the whole Ravens organization, and the fans outside of this podcast and around the world.
Yeah, I'll never forget that that play when they had to have it. They played up against Denver, and I remember sitting in the living room with Pops, and he was like, "Man, it's over." I was like, "Nah." He's like, "Nah, it's not over." I forget if it was might have been Peyton. I can't remember if it was Peyton or Tim Tebow. It was one of those two. But I was like, "Nah, just watch." I was like, "They got that boy number 12," and he was like, "Who is that?" I'm like, "That's Jacoby Jones."
Yeah.
Next thing you know, Flacco buys time, and then he throws a long ball, and finds him. And then he scores a touchdown. I said, "See, Pop, I told you," because we didn't want Denver to go. We wanted, even though Baltimore is a rival of my Bengals, we still wanted the other team to go. We thought it was going to be a better Super Bowl. So I'll forever remember that moment. Obviously, the Super Bowl when he had the longest kickoff return in NFL history, especially in that Super Bowl. I think it was 108 or 109 yards. So yeah, I mean, he was just special on the field, man, and I'll never forget that play against Denver. Him submitting them and having them go Super Bowl, kind of last ride for Ray Lewis and obviously Ed Reed and being able to win that. So that was incredible.
100%. I mean, he wasn't a superstar, household name kind of guy, but when he did touch the ball, man, it was always electric. Or something crazy happened, and another moment that I want to kind of point out, just remember him, is when he was coming down for a hit return, and Mike Tomlin was on the field, and he had to dodge him, and he didn't, he slowed down Jacoby a little bit, and it was kind of this funny moment where it seemed like Mike Tomlin did that on purpose to slow him down so he didn't get a touchdown. But every time you talk about Jacoby Jones, there's always some kind of memory that you have, thinking about him or things like that. So God rest his soul, and condolences to the family, man. Definitely a player that will always be remembered in my mind for sure, man. Because I'll always enjoy watching him play, enjoying his little dance like this. Yeah. For sure, man. Well, our next topic, man, I just want to let you guys know that this podcast is sponsored by Phenom. So Phenom, thank you for allowing us to powering this podcast for us and allowing us to have this and keep the lights running. So appreciate you guys. As you know, Phenom has some nice gear. Football season about to start up, so we got some gloves and things like that you can look up. We got mouthpieces, we got cleats, everything like that. So if you go to phenombrand.com, you get all that.
What did the no look?
Yeah, got the glove on. As you see, got the Phenom inside. Look at the stickiness, man. Look at that. State of the art. And this thing's been open for a couple of days, so that stickiness stays, man. So if you want some great products like this, go to PhenomEliteBrand.com. Go on there. As you see the QR code or the promo code right above me, it is ICH Football. You get 10% off of all your products on there. Save you some cash. So not only do you look good for the season, but you can save some cash, man. I know y'all want to look fresh, so you know the saying: look good, feel good, play good. Go to PhenomBrand.com and definitely get that show. So appreciate all of you guys on there. All right, cool. So as we take over, my boy Najeh, do it.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Yes, sir. All right, so look, Georgia Tech fans, I know y'all tuned in for Jamauri, Brice, Bacon trying to work it out. If we can't get him on today, we're gonna get him on soon. So look, I do want to apologize. I don't want to waste y'all time. I know y'all want to hear what Jamauri has to say. Y'all been hitting me with questions, so my apologies for that. But we're still gonna make this fun if y'all want to stick around. So first off, I think we go ahead and talk about the hot topic, Bacon. Before we talk about obviously 707 in Hoover, you know what I'm saying, that I was at on Saturday with you. Let's first off talk about this Max Preps top 25. Let's go ahead and get into it, man. I think that is the hot topic. These top 25. I'm gonna get Jerome's reaction, man. I think somebody got a graphic. Hopefully, do I need to share the screen with you, Jerome? Yes.
I thought you was gonna have it ready already, but I
That's on me. That's on me. Okay, I'm gonna find it real quick.
Zoom. Yeah.
While I'm pulling it up, Bacon, go ahead and lead us off, man. Talk a little bit about what stood out to you, caught your eye while I pull up the graphic.
At Hoover?
No. The top 25.
Top 25. Definitely Carrollton being ranked under Milton. I just think Carrollton's a little bit more. I just think the star power is more there than it is at Milton. I know they won the 7A championship last year. And maybe they don't know that. Maybe they don't know that Carrollton 6A and Milton is 5A. Not saying that's a big difference. It is obviously in talent, but I just think, and maybe when you put this together, you know that maybe Carrollton's not 12, or maybe they're closer to the top 10. That's just my opinion. Excuse me.
All right, audience. So this is the list essentially. So 3 Georgia teams were on here. Buford was on here at 21. I thought that was a pleasant surprise. I'll get my take on that in a second.
Pleasant surprise.
Yeah, pleasant surprise. You also had Carrollton at 12 that Bacon mentioned. And then obviously you had Milton at 6. A couple non-state, out-of-state teams that caught my eye. Duncanville at 7. top team, probably the top duo in the country, and Keelan Russell and obviously Decorian Moore. Chamina Madonna, they just lost Jeremiah Smith, who is now at Ohio State. Kid was a stud, but they're going to be a top team again. North Shore had an outstanding season last year, made it all the way to the state championship before losing. But a great season for them. St. Thomas Aquinas, they're another team. You're going to get a chance to see them on ESPN this year as they kick off the season as well. Sierra Canyon is on here. This is a predominantly basketball school, but nice sight to see as well. American Heritage is going to play Milton, so that's going to be a good top 25 matchup to kick off the year as well. Central Phoenix won it all last year in Alabama as another top team as well. Yep, and 7-8. The surprise for me is right here, 24 Orange Lutheran, 5-6 last year, but a top 25 team. So they must got a lot of talent coming back. But I'm going to throw it to Jerome. What is your thoughts on this list before I dive fully in?
Not only them, but St. Francis Academy, man, they had a down year last year. So I was wondering if they're going to be on the top 25, which they are, but also they're over a couple of teams. And it's like, okay, we'll see. You said you was going to mention it, and I guess you can mention it right after me, but Buford at 21, I think Buford's a good team, but, I think Douglas County got right at this point right now, to be honest. Douglas County's not on here at all. I think it was ranked number 43, 46, yes. Something like that. And I don't have no problem with them not having the top 25. There's a couple of Georgia teams that are ahead of them that I think Douglas County should be ahead of some of the Georgia teams. So maybe it's maybe not a national, viewing kind of thing. I don't know, but we all know it's going to be Douglas County and Carrollton at the end of the year, duking out for that number 1 spot in Georgia. So, and Douglas County had a great year last year. They reloaded this year. Got a lot of recruits coming in. We already talked about the whatever you say it, of receivers they got. They got a lot of receivers.
Trio. You said that trio, that plethora.
Yeah, you got starting 5.
Backups can be started somewhere else. So they got crazy receivers over there. Great coaches. DJ Darbo, their quarterback, I think he's an improved quarterback. Not to get my boy, last year and anything, because he was a good quarterback too. But I think offensively they already got a lot of good pieces on defense as well that people don't actually even talk about. So I think Douglas County deserves to be somewhere. It's not on the top 25. I think they should be higher than some of the Georgia teams, like a Buford. To be honest, I think they better did Buford. I think honestly Buford still riding the coattails of last year with all the talent they had, and rightfully so. But they lost a lot this year, and I still think Buford's gonna be good. Don't get me wrong, I'm not disrespecting Buford or anything like that. They still have a lot of talent there. I just don't think they're on that top 25-ish type of team vibe. At least as a preseason top 25 to me.
There you have it. So that's what stood out to them. For me, I agree. That was going to be my starting point. Buford being top 25. I don't think they're a top 25 team nationally. I do think they're a state championship contender in 6A, along with Carrollton and Douglas County and Grayson. I throw them right in that mix, but I'm going to take DC all day. I don't think DC is a top 43 team. Like you just said, they started 5. Adam Carter, Rakeith Kelly. That's in addition to the number, I think he's number 7, number 8 receiver in the country, and Devin Carter. You pair that with Aaron Gregory, who I think has been disrespected in the rankings on ESPN. He's not even a top 10 receiver on theirs. And then on top of that, you throw in James Johnson, the top athlete probably in the state, let alone maybe even the Southeast. Like, they're going to have weapons galore, man. And they can run the rock. And we didn't even talk about defensively with Jordan Carter, who's a 4-star, on some rankings 5-star. So, I mean, they got talent all over, man. They're loaded. And what's crazy is we going to find a lot about Douglas County. Guess what? Douglas County going to play Langston Hughes. That game going to be good. They're going to play Buford. They play Buford this year. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, there's so many good games at the beginning of the season. Like, I just can't wait. Let's get your popcorn ready. Go and throw your legs up. Sit back, relax. Get your nice drink, cold brew. Go ahead and chill. You know what I'm saying? That's how good it's going to be. So, I mean, I agree. For me, that's where I would put it. I know to Bacon's point, he's talking a little about you put Carrollton over Milton. I would not. I would put Milton over Carrollton. Just how they got it. I think when you look at it on a talent level, Carrollton to a degree might have a little bit more talent than Milton. But when you talk about coaching, we're talking about how technically sound those guys are. The Tyler Redmonds, the Dylan Lewises of the world, the Luke Nichols, the Ethan Barbers, CJ Wileys. Like, I would take them over them. Now, I think that would have been an electric matchup if those two faced off in the playoffs. Fortunately, they won't because they're different classifications. But I would go with Milton and go on top. I think the coaching, to me, is just a little bit better. Not that this is no slight. I think Coach Joey King is a phenomenal coach. I'm not slighting Coach Joey King. I'm just saying I would go with Milton for me over them as well. And then, like I said, Duncanville, I threw that out there too on my list. Creekside, I love Coach Dixon, man, and they don't they don't shy away from any challenge. That game against Duncanville, that's going to tell them a lot about themselves, man, in that one. Definitely a tough matchup, man. But, you know, can't wait to see what they're able to do, man. It's the top team in the country. Like, they're that good. So I can't wait to see what those high-end DBs for Creekside can do against Decorian Moore and the crew they got. They got a lot of good 26s as well. So, man, it's going to be a lot of fun, man. But, yeah, that was one of mine that I didn't understand why they weren't on there. And I think Langston Hughes going to surprise people this year. That'd be my other team I think should be maybe a little bit high. I think they're going to surprise some. And I throw North Gwinnett in there too.
Yeah, me and Baby, me and Najeh is high on North Gwinnett this year for sure. So you talked about this in the other podcast. What I was going to ask you, boys. I was about to ask you, boys, something that I forgot. Oh, what's the deal with Milton being a 5A instead of a 6A?
So usually Milton, so they played last year or the last few years. They play in the classification they're not supposed to, right? They really have always been a 6A type school or a 5A type school, but they always play up to kind of better themselves and go up against steep competition. So this year, I think they just made the choice like, hey, we're just going to do 5A. We were 7A. We could try to. But see, they would have to go to GHSA and ask. It's like an asking thing, basically, Jerome. You have to ask to get moved up. I don't think they were like, man, there's so much to do all that. You know, we'll just stick where we at with 5A. But usually they'll ask to move up or request to move up to play steeper competition.
Interesting. Gotcha. Okay.
Great reporting.
I don't know. You know, again, I'm fairly new. I'm getting better. I'm still fairly new, Georgia. So I'm trying to learn like how the classifications work in state and stuff like that. So interesting. Appreciate that insight, sir.
Yes, sir. Of course. All right, y'all. So we'll keep rolling. That's the top 25. That is our official reaction. Am I still up or this on you?
Still up.
Oh, okay. It's on you. All right. So for me, y'all, we're gonna go ahead and break down that 707 that we was at. I was there on Saturday. Could not make it Friday. Bacon went up there. So we'll talk a little bit about that. But Bacon, what did you see on Friday that really caught your eye?
Man, got there a little late. I could only see 3 games due to things. We had to have mom out Friday morning, so we got there a little late. So, but nonetheless, we did see. I saw Walton. I like the quarterback. I can't remember his name. Help me out, gentlemen. If you can remember his name, he looked good. Quarterback from Walton.
Caden Gilstrap. That's the Wofford commit.
Caden Gilstrap, Wofford commit. He's got a big arm. The brother can sling it. Obviously not taking any rush, so obviously he's gonna look poised. But just a great arm. I feel like he's capable. I feel like he knows the offense. Obviously it's a 7-on-7, so we don't know how wide open the playbook was for Coach. But looked for him, looked like he's gonna be able to handle everything for the Walton Raiders this season. The Wards look ready. They look ready. I believe both of them scored a touchdown, and I can't remember who they played against Friday, but they played against Benjamin Russell that Saturday, and I believe Christian Ward scored twice, if I'm not mistaken. So the Wards, the Gilstrap are definitely my takeaways from Friday. Who else I saw? Hoover. Why did I see Hoover? Who else did I see Friday? I did kind of glance at Hoover. Solid. I was looking at them from afar. They look decent. I was asking around, her reports from other reporters and coaches alike. Man, Hoover, they look all right. Nothing too special. End up winning the whole thing. Just how the thing goes at 707. But yeah, Friday, like I said, limited take. I didn't get to see a lot of teams, but Walton was definitely a big takeaway for me.
Got you. All right, Bacon. So day we was both there was Saturday. So let's talk a little bit about that. I'll give a couple of mine, and then I'll throw it off to you to kind of get your breakdown as well. So for me, I know you're going to agree, but that kid, Sedarian Morgan, I'm going to post the clip tomorrow. Hey, y'all, it's a dog, man. Like he said, humble kid from Alexander City, Alabama. Doesn't really care about the rankings, man. But he talked about it a little bit, top 20 nationally. Hey, man, I'm going to say Julio Jones-esque, like body build and everything. I don't say that often, but the kid, the catch radius, man, going up and getting the ball over two people, like he was featured. And, man, it's just like puzzling to me. Like even Benjamin Russell can get farther with like him, but he was so young last year. He was only a sophomore. But you can just tell he growing into that grown man body. Just him, like, just think about that last year. Him and then Malcolm Simmons. Or imagine just, bro, like Malcolm Simmons now and Sedarian right now. Like, yo, good luck stopping both of them. You know what I'm saying? He was like, he was young last year, but like this year, you could see he took the step forward. Now, I get to see a lot of them last year, but yo, the kid's a stud, bro. So, I mean, they're gonna be good there. They got a lot of talented receivers, man. Pretty good quarterback. As well, man. They're a fun team to watch out. Also, Coach Burns. I don't know if he's watching or not, man, but appreciate you, man. We got to tap in with you last year, and it was a lot of fun just being there talking to you, man, and getting to know a little bit about your team, man. And like I said, we love to push out players. So if you got any of them, let us know if you watching, man. All right. And then number 2 for me, got to get a shout out to Andrew Beard, man. We talked about on the show. That's part of first and foremost. And also with our top 27, but the kid is a stud. I mean, a simple check down. Turn on the speed, blew past the defender, and made a nice little cut inside. I mean, that will tell you just on 707 how good this kid is. Hey, bro. I mean, he and Jerome left a comment. So Jerome's been here in the bottom and knows about him. But that was my first time seeing him in person. And sometimes you'll hear buzz about a kid. Like, okay, that's cool. That's cool. How did he look in person? Yo, like he answers all the hype, bro. Like Prince Avenue Christian going to be a problem again. Now, this year will be different because it'll be private, right, which they are. So it'll basically be private A, 2A, 3A will be all in one bracket come playoff time. So it's going to be really intriguing. So Prince Ave will play like harder teams like Wesleyan this year with Ben Brown and other top-notch private schools. But, man, you give me inside track, I say Prince Ave is right there. Like with him, Hudson Hill, obviously we'll see who's going to be the quarterback, Ben Muser or Bobo. But CJ Dockery, like they got so many weapons, man. Like good luck stopping them. And they also they're coached well by Coach Vandegrift. So, hey, bro, good luck.
I want to touch on Andrew, man, because I got to see him when he was in junior varsity, JV, man. He was JV. Actually, the first time I seen him, not was the first year I went to the Classic Elite Classic. Sorry, was it that one? No, I'm sorry. It was the Hotbed.
Excuse me.
And he was only coming into being a freshman. The year before his freshman year, came in and balled out at that camp. Then I seen him at the Classic, the Elite Classic, and then again last year. So I've been seeing him for a while now, and he's a baller, man. I knew from early on. I interviewed him a while ago, and I was like, this kid. I'm not gonna act like I'm the best talent evaluator, but when I seen him, I was like, dude, he's gonna be nice when he gets older. So I'm glad that you verified that when you get down there and got to see it as well, because I know you've seen him before at the what camp was it? Sorry, I'm blanking. It was the Quickie. I think no, was it Quickie 77 or was it the Elite Classic that we seen?
Might have been Elite Classic.
Elite Classic, yeah.
I didn't really see him.
You didn't see him there?
I didn't really catch him in practice. Nah.
You did. I know we talked about it. The name might slip your mind, but you definitely did. I talked about him. I was telling you that I needed to interview him again. Trust me. You did. Trust me. I remember because that was when Jeremy was there, right?
I mean, Jeremy was there, but I personally, I don't remember like locking eyes on him. I probably, again, he was there. You probably talked about it, but I probably just like went past him. That's why.
There was a lot of time there, so you probably eyes on a lot of guys, but he was definitely one of them. Telling you, like, you definitely crossed paths with him. Trust me, you definitely talked about him. I remember talking about him. Sure, so. But yeah, man, good kid. Definitely need to look out for Andrew Beard.
100%, man. What else stood out to you, Bacon?
100%. Just to update to the viewers, I have made contact with Jamauri Brice. So fingers crossed, ladies and gentlemen, we may be able to get him on. He said he got busy earlier. You know, what I'm saying, things pop up. But back to Friday, I also want to shout out Thompson's B team. They definitely stood out to me. They play at Pike Road. They was out there strapping it real tough, real tight. They had a pick, couple pass deflections. They beat Pike Road pretty handily. It was Pike Road's B team, it was not the A team. They beat them pretty handily. Secondary looks good. Quarterback who's not Seaborn, it's a brother with some locks. I don't know his name, but he looks solid. Smooth throwing motion, has some balls on the target. Ball placement was superb. So definitely want to shout the young man out. And I want to shout out the end for Saturday in the Enterprise. I believe it's the Enterprise Tigers. Eric Winters, the Armor commit, flashed. They were really the only team that really kind of slowed Shadarian down. Number 4, I can't remember his name, solid DB, but they were just the only team that really got in him. He's like, man, I hate playing these guys coming up to the sideline. So it definitely feels good, real gritty. You know what I'm saying? Enterprise, good, you know what I'm saying? Good lower Alabama football, man. So shout out to those guys. Of course, Darian Morgan's a dog, man. We did the mic up with him. It's on Bacon Network. You can check that out. It's definitely fire. Definitely want to shout out Parker, man. You know, I'll bounce this back to Najeh as well. We went and saw them
Parker
against Mosley. Mosley, who was at the 7-on-7 last year, and Hoover, and they were trash last year. I ain't gonna hold you. I ain't gonna hold back. Them was not. They had. I don't think they won a game. You know what I'm saying? They did not win the game last year. Maybe one game. So anytime you only win one game out of like 10 games, pool play and playoffs, that's a trash performance. Just keeping it a buck. But it came down there, and they were the total opposite. They came down there with some talent, and they did their thing. They upset Parker in the playoffs, and it got a little gritty, got a little hectic. They was going back and forth. Had Naeem offer mic'd up, so stay tuned for that. Naeem is as advertised, is a dog. He's a vocal leader on that team. They respect him, and he's sticky, very technical in his approach and assassin when it comes to the DB. To DB game. I'm trying to come with a comp, but hold your breath on that, and I will transition to another team who I liked. I did some research on Evangel Christian, one of the few teams from Louisiana who's down there. Teams that's loaded with talent. 14-time state championship program. I got to talk to the head man who's had his hands on the program, kind of built the program up, and he told me, he said, because I asked, I said, man, Coach, how do you build up a program that's got 14 championships? And he, to my dismay, they had multiple head coaches. I think it's like 8 head coaches, and over the span, he was like just sowing seeds. Obviously, giving credit to God, but you know what I'm saying, he didn't give me everything I needed. But I could tell by just listening to him and talking to other coaches that he's a great man, great leadership. So it definitely starts top down. So just discipline, hard work is just what he said. And to highlight a young man, a quarterback who definitely caught my eye. Let me get his name right quick, because I got to give the young man his just due.
Houston.
You got his first name? Peyton Houston. Yep. He's probably like 5'9", 5'10", 2027 quarterback. He's got a Miami offer with, I think, a couple others. I think LSU obviously is definitely looking at it. The young man gets up at 4 a.m. I don't know if every morning. I'm sure he has a couple of days off, but he gets up at 4 a.m. Most kids say, man, I get up at 5, coach. I get up at 6, coach. But this kid gets up at 4 a.m. He's got a good support system around him, got a good family. And the brother can sling it, big arm, mobile. He's clutch. If you go look at his huddle film, he walked off a team on a rollout, threw the ball like 45 yards on a rope over the shoulder for a touchdown. So he's got ball placement. The kid can move. Leadership qualities are there. So keep your ears and eyes open for Peyton Houston, man, because he's going to be coming across your scene soon. He's already got the NIL deal. You know what I'm saying, whatever that means to you. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, you know what I'm saying, get NIL, the brother can play. You know what I'm saying? You ball, you get the merch. what I'm saying? That's why Jerome got them gloves. We won't be getting out gloves and all that. You know what I'm saying? If you ball, you'll get a P because we keeping it P. You know, rounding out, let me go to this filmy. Oh, and like I said, Hoover won. I wanted to say that again. First time since the 7-on-7 has been going for Hoover that a team outside of Georgia has won. And being in Hoover, happy to be ironic that Hoover won, man. So shout out to Hoover for breaking the Georgia curse in Alabama. So with that being said, man, I'll go ahead and throw it back to Najeh, kind of give his take on Parker. I know he might have the running back. He's got a great relationship with them.
Yeah, man. Shout out to my boy Chancellor Sparks, man. My first ever mic'd up. I know some people hit me up and was like, bro, I don't know what this mic'd up had going. Look, man, look. My first mic'd up, bro. Okay. It ain't finna be like top tier, bro. I'm learning. I've never done a mic'd up before, bro. But it was enjoyable. I didn't think he talked as much as when I go back and watched it. But I tried to edit it up real good, catch the big moments, that catch at the beginning. I mean, when somebody has a reaction like that, you got to get it. I didn't fully get the catch because, like I said, I'm learning. I'm not really knowing what I'm doing. So, you know what I'm saying? I missed the catch, but now I know follow the player. Don't clip off so hard so early. But, man, it was dope, man. He enjoyed it. His pops enjoyed it. They some real people, man. And obviously, I'm going to get my full take on the trip here in a second. But I just appreciate them. Parker got some talent. Kentrell Davis, obviously, you know about Naeem Alford. Really good running back tandem as well, along with Sparks. They're going to be a pretty good team. I wish I could go to the game, man, when they play Carrollton because I would go. That's how much I want to see them up close and personal.
100%.
That game be off the charts, man, off the chain, for real. So shout out to Parker, man. I got to give a shout out to my boy Julius Lane as well. I tried to mic him up, but, you know, coach was like, nah. So always, y'all, if you're a young creator or a journalist or anything, remember about relationships, man. Like, you know, sometimes you want to do something, ask first. I asked them first before I went in and just mic'd them up. You know what I'm saying? Ask first, get the approval. They say, no, it's all good. I still got good content of Julius, him getting the pick and other things like that and creating and building that relationship. So it's not always about, you know, obviously about getting content, but also about the relationships as well, because you never know. You might need that person moves up. You just don't know. So relationships are important. But shout out my boy Julius. I think he's one of the most underrated corners. He's not the biggest guy, but he plays with a lot of heart, man. So I want to give him a shout out. And to Baker's point, Hoover, obviously they got Clay Chalkfield's head coach who won it all last year with Jalen Mbakwe. So I'm not surprised. I think they're going to be competitive in their classification this year. When you go get a state championship winning coach that knows what he's doing, you can only go high. And they got a standout receiver in Jonah Winston, who is the brother of Jameis Winston, 4-star receiver, can absolutely ball. So I wouldn't be surprised. They should be in that conversation and should make a deep run in the postseason. But overall, man, of the trip, I'll let Bacon kind of finish this out here on this topic. But, man, it was a lot of fun. Unfortunately, you know, Jerome couldn't come with us or be there on Saturday, unfortunately. But, man, it was a fun trip. Bacon got so much dope content coming out. Like he said, Naeem Alford mic'd up. He got Peyton Houston mic'd up. He follows Sedarian Morgan. Go on the YouTube channel at Bacon Network. And check that out, man. That was a dope mic'd up, man. And that, like I said, that kid is so humble and so cool. You don't always come across kids like that, man. So he got a lot of dope content. And we also filmed, you might not notice Jerome, but smile here, fella. We filmed a dope pod down there, man. Shout out to Down South, man. He was there with us. He showed us around the city. We was in Birmingham where my family reunion was at. And he showed us around, man, gave us the barbecue, got some good food, and introduced us to all gas training when we was there. Also introduced us to speed by speed training, a dope facility, man, basketball, football. We got to meet 4-star Vodney Cleveland. He was in the building, and we filmed a special pod. We talked to the owner of Speed by Speed Training, man. Jerome, he got a big following, like 10,000 on Instagram. I think over 10,000 possibly on X. Just a real cool dude, man. We appreciate him obviously allowing us to use his facility. And we also filmed a special podcast with Down South. So that'll be coming out pretty soon here, hopefully this week, if not next week. So y'all stay tuned for that, man. One of the best experiences I've had in a while. Just good, real, authentic, genuine people, man. You can't beat things like that, man. So it was a lot of fun.
100%.
I'm sad I missed it, man. But I wanna congratulate you on popping that first mic'd up cherry. So
appreciate my brother.
I got to hear this, bro. I remember my first one to it. Everybody was like, yo, your hands were shaking. I'm like, bro, I'm trying to listen to it and record at the same time. It's my first time, so I get it, bro. I get it. But shout out to you, bro. Shout out to you doing you got things. You know, you had a good time. Super sad, super disappointed I missed it, man. I was looking forward to going. I really, really was. Like, hey, man, we're gonna have more days and more time to catch up on more things, man. So I'm already gonna put down on my calendar for next year. Sorry.
I love it. Any closing thoughts on it, Bacon? I know you're trying to get on.
Yes. So I'll give my update now. I'll give my thoughts and I'll give my update on Jamauri. Something good, fellas. But anyway, this at least for today. Tomorrow, if we can get it, maybe. But I think we'd be remiss not to bring up Gainesville. Saying Coach Nibble's got a deep connection to Alabama, being at Hoover, having a stretch run of dominance for an extended period of time. The DBs look very capable down there. That was one of my question marks prior to the Grayson camp, and I saw some things I like. I said, you know what I'm saying, okay, maybe decent. And then against Prince Ave, I think they had maybe 2 or 3 picks. I know one was maybe two. Let's not go OD and say 3. They had a tip pick for sure, but the DBs looked formidable. They competed. QB looks like he can. You know what I'm saying, I was giving game manager, but you know what I'm saying, given the right opportunity, he can. He's throwing strikes. Kind of got a little baseball delivery, long stride, long release point. Got a big offensive line in front of him, so that's going to suit him well, along with the running game that's come behind it. So I haven't talked or seen anybody from Gainesville. It's probably going to be maybe a 60-40 rushing attack. Also want to add that note to Benjamin Russell. Me and Najeh, we talked to Benjamin Russell's coaching staff. Last year, they said it was like 70-30. I think they said it was 60-40 with the rushing and passing attack. But back to Gainesville, again, looked formidable on offense. I think the defense is going to be there. Xavier Griffin coming off the edge. They did lose a couple pieces, but I think they will be just fine. I think Coach Nibble's going to adjust, and they're going to get the ball rolling. But an update on Jamauri, ladies and gentlemen. I just got word in. Like I said, he was a little busy earlier today. It looks like he's still busy and wants to know if we can reschedule for tomorrow.
I got a podcast tomorrow, so I won't be able to do it tomorrow unless it's earlier.
Next Tuesday?
I got a podcast at this time next tomorrow, so I won't be able to get on.
Next Tuesday?
Tuesday, yeah, for sure.
That's our list.
Yeah, we can slide them in. That's okay. If not,
that's fine.
I'm gonna hit them.
Gotcha.
But yeah, that's the update, fellas.
Since we don't have him today, I want to put on. I snuck this in here before the podcast. In our little list. Yeah, I did it. A new little topic I want to add on it here. You guys had your own little topics. I wanted to add something to my little survey. I know how I have the Jerome question of the day. That's not going to take away from that either. I have a question still. But I added this in here because, I think this is cool to kind of add in here and be the hot topic of the day. Or it could be the week. But hot topic of the day. Now, this could be a topic that don't have nothing to do with just high school football, but just a topic in general. I have something today. I wanted to know if you guys have something today. But I'm going to let you guys think about it because I did just kind of spring this on you guys. But I wanted to ask, hot topic of today was, I don't know if you guys heard or if you guys saw, but Jamauri McClain, the DB from originally from Colorado, 5-star DB, transferred out of there, got to Florida as a walk-on. Now, there was rumors from a pretty credible source. It's not a, 24/7 sports or anything like that. But, and I'm not going to put the gentleman's name out there for respect, but, put out there that Jamauri was going to be kicked off of the team today. He already had some issues with Colorado with, missing, meetings and, some of the issues that he was having with, Coach Prime not putting him on the field for certain, disciplinary situations. That's why he transferred out of Colorado after 1 year. Now at Florida, the rumors came out this morning. Oh, actually, no, I heard rumors maybe a day or two ago that he still has issues going to meetings, stuff like that at Florida, and that news came out today this morning. Now, it has been debunked by some of the bigger name sources, but I wanted to ask you guys, what's your thoughts on the situation? And do you feel like this is a little bit of a PR move that some people are saying? Because, yesterday and today is the SEC media day. And we're saying, they didn't want to take him off to have an issue at the media day, or making that be the main focus of today's topic at the media day. So I want to know what y'all thoughts on the situation. Heard about it. I'll start with what you think, man.
Yeah, so I got a little bit of insight on it. I won't say the employee's name, but somebody I know real well. His stepdad used to coach him in high school. This is when he was big and was a 5-star. And he didn't really go to practice, from what I heard through that source. Like, he would rarely show up to practice. He would just kind of show up on game day and play. So I think that's when the bad habits kind of started. And I know he went out to Colorado, and I think what it is, y'all, is just no accountability. I think what Prime tried to do was, him being a black man, Carmani being black, obviously, try to show him the right way to do things. Like he said, you're not going to be on my field if you're not watching film. Like, and that's my thing, y'all. If you can't succeed with Deion, how can you go and succeed potentially somewhere else? The only reason I say that, not saying this kid's not. This kid is talented. He was going to ball regardless on his own. But I'm just saying Deion's going to look out for you. Like, if you giving him at least 50% effort, he going to find something to try to help you out. That's what I mean when I say that. So I feel like if it didn't work there, like, what I'm saying? Like, it's going to be hard to work somewhere else. So he got to look himself in the eyes and be like, hey, you know what? I'm talented, but talent not going to get me to the NFL. Right? It's going to be work ethic, grind, locking in, going to my classes and stuff like that. So this is the second case we've seen. So now we're seeing it wasn't really a Deion problem or a Colorado problem. This is a Carmani problem. And like I said, a lot of people don't know that was happening in high school. So my take on it is I agree. I think that could be a PR move potentially, with Florida. Because like I said, you got your program coming in, you feeling good. This is Billy Napier's make or break year. You want to focus on the good that's going on in your program. You don't need any negativity coming in already before the season even starts. You know what I'm saying? This is a big year for them. So I agree that definitely could be the case. But for Carmani, he got to lock in and you ain't got too many more opportunities after this. You know what I'm saying? Like, this might be it for you. You might be able to go to a power or a group 5 or, a D2, D3 or a JUCO. But, if you go to that, you got to go back and lock back in. You know what I'm saying? You got to go to class and get your grades. Like, it's not going to be handed to you. I'm not saying that he wants that, but you got to at least try to put in some kind of effort. You don't have to be a straight A student or AB, but pass your classes, man, and then go on to do what you want to do. You only got to do 3 years, you know what I'm saying? And then you can go into the NFL. Have something to back up. It's not going to be football all the time. You know what I'm saying? So have something to back you up. Go get a degree, and then if it don't work out, you got something you could do outside of football. So I just think it's a story that, it started in high school, and I think it's just kind of amplified since.
Bacon, do you think that because I personally think that JUCO would be the next step if he were to get cut from Florida? I can't see any big program saying, hey, I'm going to take a risk on this kid that's not going to do what I asked him to do. Actually, he went to 2 other big programs. Take on the situation, and do you think that JUCO's the best route for him if he were to get cut?
I think best route is going to be anybody who's willing to take a chance on him. There may be some D2 schools who may possibly take a chance on him. Of course, it's all hypotheticals right now with the report that just came out. But definitely JUCO. If nothing comes out, then JUCO is definitely. Piggybacking on what y'all just said, man. He's got to. I mean, for this to come out, I want to say this first. I think it's definitely deflated. The rumblings it could possibly happen at SEC Media Day. I mean, if I'm a journalist there and I got to sustain, I'm definitely, or not if I don't have to, I'm definitely gonna ask. You know what I'm saying, just what's kind of going on. Can we get an update? Even if they say they don't want to talk about it right now, you definitely got to ask. They definitely probably put some snuff on the fire to kind of put it out. But I think they're still going to ask him about it at media day. But I guess, like y'all said, he's definitely got to lock in, do his thing. Because as you get older, man, so you kind of wising up. If you really want your dream to come true, you got to put in the work not to come to a sleeper, but a dream. Obviously, the kid is very talented. Said he's one of the best lockdown corners, man-to-man corners that came out of his class. But he's got to grow up. To be honest with you, man, you can't do this, or you're gonna be just another one of those stories that come out of many neighborhoods around America. Man, so and so could have been this, so and so could have been that, but he didn't take it serious, and now he's right there on the stoop with us, and I'm sure he don't want that to happen.
100%. Great topic. Great topic. Thank you guys for answering those questions for me. I thought it was something that I noticed today. Me and Lamarcus was talking about it earlier too. So I figured this be something I could get on the podcast. I want to know, do you guys have a hot button topic today?
Excuse me.
Y'all in?
Nah, I think we're gonna let this be your segment.
Okay. Cool.
You know what I'm saying? And we'll add it in.
Perfect.
I like it though.
Appreciate it.
Yeah. Good topic to get us thinking.
100%. All right, now are we going to the 3-man?
Yeah, I think we about there. I want to throw it to you guys one last time to kind of conclude hitting the grid. Did you guys have any more topics or any updates or any rumblings or anything that you want to hint at that's coming up as far as football, whether that's media day, padded camps, any updates there? I throw it to y'all to kind of conclude hitting the grid.
No, not right now.
Not right now. As it looked like some teams slept well at West Georgia yesterday in the freshman dorms. I remember those bad boys back in my day at the UW. But no official updates. Just some photos of Coach Carmichael with his towel on. Coach Domo with his feet up in the bed, as well as Darnell Kelly. No sheets on, of course. But I'm sure them boys and men went out there and did their thing today and preparing for the upcoming season. Oh, who won, man? I forgot. Well, Stockbridge won. Stockbridge won at UW. They got the belt. So I put that out. But other than that, I don't have any concrete updates from that camp.
That's 100. Well, y'all, that's going to conclude. If you do have any questions, throw them in the comments below. If you got any questions for as far as the football, we cover it all. Just make sure you hit that comment box below, man. But that's going to conclude hitting the grid. I'm going to pass it off to make it for the 3-man week. We're going to hit some basketball, hit some hoops.
100%, ladies and gentlemen. You know what I'm saying? If you haven't tuned in by now, what are you doing? But this is the best sports basketball segment on the man, woman, and animal and child. So with that being said, we have uno, dos, tres. The tres amigo, 3-man weave. Tapping in right now, man. Hottest thing going. First and foremost, what we got on the legend for the basketball news? Onyeka Ogwumike surpasses Lisa Leslie as the 12th leading scorer with 6,264 points when she surpassed her. So, guys, if you didn't see it, I'm sure you watched the highlights. What's your thoughts on Miss Onyeka Ogwumike? Because she's been on a tear this year. What's your thoughts on her surpassing the legend Lisa Leslie?
Awesome honor for her. Congrats to the longevity of her career. We know how phenomenal Lisa Leslie was. I remember being a kid watching her play for the Sparks and doing what she was able to do with that program. So I just think it's just a testament of how long she's been in the league, how she continues to put in work. She doesn't always get the notice that she deserves, but just one of those veteran kind of players that, you can depend on, be a leader. You're not going to have to worry about off the court. She just comes in, does her job, and just, a wily veteran that you can depend on to lead the team on the court, man. So shout out to her. That's a special, special honor, and hopefully she keeps going and keep breaking them records.
100%. What you got, Jay?
Yeah, I actually haven't seen it. I've been locked in on a couple of other things behind the scenes with Inside the House. So I actually didn't see that. So that's surprising to me. So that's incredible, man. This was a legend. So to surpass her, that's a big honor, so shout out to her. Again, I didn't get to see it. It's a shock to me, so that's dope, man.
100%, man. Yes, sir. And the Seattle Storm, they are 8-2, trending in the right direction. They are sitting at the 4th spot in the WNBA, man. So kind of give you out, ladies and gentlemen, who's watching and tuning in right now, update on the standings if you haven't been watching closely. The New York is currently still in first place, 20-4. The Connecticut Sun have regressed a little bit, still 8, let's see, what are in the last 10. They're 6-4, 6-4 in the last 10. Still solid, still playing above 500. But the team to watch right now is the Las Vegas Aces, playing at 9-1 in their last 10 games. I think we know why. Superstar. Oh my goodness, the statue. We call it the statue right now. I think a lot of people know what we're talking about right here. Averaging 20 points, 20 rebounds, if I'm not mistaken. Let's confirm that. AJ Wilson averaging 27 points and 11 rebounds. I think in the last game she had 20 rebounds. What'd you say, Najeh?
No, I was just repeating the name because you was looking for the name. So
appreciate that, brother. Appreciate that, man. Like I said, 27 points, 11 rebounds. She's definitely turning it on. I think the Aces are kind of getting over that WNBA championship hangover. So look for them to come out all fire or firing on all cylinders after this break. Now it is a big break. We'll get to that in just a minute. Back to the standings. Following up there, the Vegas Aces are the Seattle Storm. Then you got the Minnesota Lynx at 5-5 in the last 10 games. Phoenix Mercury again 5-5. And the Indiana Fever, man, surpassed the Chicago Sky 6-4 in the last 10. Chicago Sky rounding out the 8th spot at 5-5. Unfortunately, Miss Reese's double streak came to an end. I believe she capped it off at 14 straight double-doubles. So shout out to those ladies for getting it done. Now, of course, we got the WNBA All-Star Game coming up. The hometown, Miss Alicia Gray. She's gonna be representing the Dream, fellas. Shout out to her, South Carolina product. Right now, she's currently averaging, I believe, like 15 points, shooting the cover off the ball 40%. 40% from the field. 40% from 3, excuse me. Now, what's going to be interesting, right? Prior to the last Olympics, is going to be a big gap. I believe they won't come back into playing an organized game until August. So with the big gap, guys, how do you feel like the ladies will come back after watching their teammates? Some of their teammates play on a national scale. Obviously, the NBA, no other sports league has this being done where they have a big gap. You know what I'm saying? Players get to go to the Olympics, then come back.
It's kind of always been like that for WNBA. They be having those kind of like big gaps. They play obviously in a I won't say weird time, but usually you'll see them be like these long layoffs. Another when you compare it to like soccer is another sport just in general that has like a long layoff for Olympic player, world play, and then come back later. So I think it's going to be interesting because you might see some that are tired. You might see some with kind of legs baggy a little bit. But what would they be able to give to their team? How fast would they get acclimated after playing on the world stage? I think as well. And, hopefully knock on wood, no injuries, you know what I'm saying? Because you never know, like you putting a lot on your body and you playing in a high stakes environment, then trying to come back and, put on for your team. So, it's a lot.
100%. Jay?
Yeah, I'm not actually familiar with women's basketball in the Olympics, honestly. So I have every information.
100%. Well, nonetheless, we're going to take a look at the All-Star lineup that's been released. We're going to show the Twitter. We're going to show, if you didn't know, that it is divided between WNBA and the Team USA All-Star team. So it's kind of a little prep game, the best prep game these young ladies are going to have prior to doing the real thing, going for the 8th straight gold. Started with Team WNBA. We have DeWanna Bonner, legendary lethal scorer, big body. Not, saying she's tall. She's tall, but she's an assassin. Let that not be misunderstood. Aaliyah Boston. second year in the W, doing her thing right next to her teammate Caitlin Clark, who's shooting the cover off the ball. I believe it's the first time her and Angel Reese, that rookies, will be participating in the WNBA All-Star game. Of course, you got Miss Alicia Gray to the right, Derricka Hamby, another addition from the only addition from the Sparks, a fellow Connecticut Sun teammate of DeWanna Bonner, Brianna Jones. I'm not sure who that is for the Sky down there or the Lynx. That's a Neko Gumake. No, that's a Gumbawale, excuse me.
Click on the image. It should pop up with the name.
Say it again, Jay.
Click on the image. Yeah.
Much love. Jonquel Jones. Kayla McBride from the Minnesota Lynx. Kelsey Mitchell from Indiana. They got a little trio there. They got a little trio going on. Okay. And Miss Gumbawale, Yeka Gumake, and Miss Angel Reese rounding out the Team WNBA, of course. Team USA, Miss Collier, Cooper, Chelsea Gray, Brittany Griner, legend, Sabrina Anescu, Jewel Lloyd, Miss Kelsey Plum, Brianna Stewart, Deanna Taurasi, Alyssa Thomas, Adrian Wilson, and Jackie Young. Bonafide Hall of Famers right there. So, gentlemen, you know what I'm saying? I believe the last time Team USA played Team WNBA, Team USA won. It was a close game. But now seeing the rosters, who do you think is going to win this game? And do you think it will be close? Jay, I'll start with you.
And that's a hard lineup. I want to go with the right team right here. What's that? What?
Team USA.
Yeah, Team USA. Sorry.
Yeah.
More veterans, obviously. Big name women right there. I think they're a better squad. I think that Team WNBA, we got a lot more younger people on their team.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that USA got it in my opinion.
Now, who do you think at a team WNBA who's going to be the spark? Who's going to be somebody that's going to surprise? Not surprise, but I'm saying possibly make the game closer than it possibly could be.
Probably Brittany. I think Brittany Griner is a good one. Plum is a really good one as well. Sabrina's been playing really well this year. So I think those three girls right there will probably be the difference makers in my opinion. But yeah, again, I don't watch WNBA as much as I should, so I don't know all of the names, but from what I've heard and what I've been seeing lately, I know some of those three ladies definitely are good ballers for sure. So.
Mm-hmm. And from the team to the left, who you think? So obviously Caitlin Clark, Aaliyah Boston, Angel Reese. Which one at the team to the left do you think will be a spark, so to speak?
I'm gonna say Angel Reese, man. She's been balling, with the with the triple doubles, and obviously she lost that. She didn't lose the record, obviously, but she didn't continue on with the record. I think the coach was trying to keep her in the game, but obviously it didn't happen for her, so that streak wasn't there. But she's an electric player, young, a baller. One of the things I noticed about her is she's really good with passing the ball, man. Really good with passing the ball. So I think that's an underlining aspect of her that I don't think enough people talk about. She's really good at dishing the ball out. So and knowing when to dish it out. So I think she could be a good contributor even with her early age, man. Obviously everyone's gonna say Clark, being the face right now, and she has been playing really well, especially after kind of sort of a rough start. But yeah, that's my take right there.
1,000%, my friend. I couldn't agree with you more. I think Team USA is definitely gonna win this game, but Team WNBA definitely has some sparks. Not to play on words, but I'm passing it over to Brother Wilkins. Who do you think will win this game? And judging from Team WNBA to the left, who do you think is a players or a player that could possibly make this game interesting and possibly allow Team WNBA to come away and steal the victory?
Yeah, I'm gonna go Team USA. A little more talented, more veterans that have been playing the game for a long time. Sabrina Ionescu is a sharpshooter. We saw what she was able to do, obviously, last year in the All-Star break when she went up against Steph. So you got sharpshooter, you got a floor general in Deanna Taurasi. You got an outstanding big and actually two outstanding front court players, and obviously Breanna Stewart, and you got Asia Wilson. Both of them are problems. So I think that's going to be hard for them to stop. And you got another orchestrator of the offense in Kelsey Plum, who probably be coming off the bench, but like she's gonna be tough. And then I didn't even include Brittany Griner or Collier. Those are other great players for them as well. So I think Team USA got it. I think this would be still a competitive game. But if I had to say a spark for Team WNBA, I got to go Agwambale. I might be saying it from the Dallas Wings. She's an outstanding player. She's a spark. She was the leading scorer at one point in the WNBA. I'm not sure if she still is, but just what she's able to do, that's going to be tough for them to kind of guard and defend. Then you got a sniper and obviously Caitlin Clark as well, But if the shot's not falling, she's not efficient. You got Andrew Reese on the boards. She's hard to keep off their glass. So that keeps up second chance opportunity. So that's why I give them a chance in this one as well. We got her on the boards and Brianna Jones can rebound at high-end levels. You feel pretty good at getting it to Clark. Boston can also rebound at a high level and get into Clark and DeWanna Bonner and things like that can kind of, create that shot creation and be able to facilitate and score. So those would be my couple that I think could have a chance and could have a big impact in this one. But I definitely would go with Team USA.
Couldn't agree more, gentlemen. I think this is definitely the game for Team USA. Like I said, like a little early tune-up before they kind of hit the real thing. I'm definitely interested to see. I'm always intrigued with how Asia Wilson how she's gonna play. I'm saying? I think she's obviously probably my favorite player in the W right now. Alongside for the Dream. Can't believe her name is escaping my mind right now. First round draft pick a couple years ago. She's been struggling right now. She's shooting a 38 from 3, 40 from the field. But she's probably my favorite player next to Asia Wilson. But like you said, and I want to see the love and reverence that that Brittany gets, man. So obviously going through a lot when she went to Russia. Just want to see how she received by the national fans, man. She's definitely a legend in the sport, has done a lot of great things, but this is a team that can do it all, that can win big. But moving on from the W, we're going to talk about the NBA, ladies and gentlemen. So with the summer league games, Najeh, we got to watch a couple. We got to watch a couple of summer league games in the hotel this past weekend. We saw the Hawks play the Spurs. We'll start with that. I think what I'm saying. So you I think you watched pretty intently, man. We got to see Brice. I think two games this past weekend, maybe just one. I'll give my take. I'll pass it to you. From watching them play against the Spurs, he didn't score the ball. Well, he didn't really get a lot of touches to score the ball. Well, and that to me was probably the best game to watch him. I like to watch players when they're not necessarily scoring the ball, just to kind of see how they're going to play. And the brothers got a great feel for the game. He just knows it's him and Rob Baker, but definitely Brice playing defense, knowing when to it's kind of a field thing when you're playing defense. He was intercepting some passes, playing in the passing lanes. I love how he continuously runs the floor. He's got a knack just to know where everybody's at, even early on in the NBA, to know where everybody's at on the floor. It's just a natural at playing the basketball. You can tell he's been playing the game for a while. From watching it on ESPN, he comes from the Tony Parker camp, so the brothers have been around high-level ball. And I'm honestly excited to see him play with the big league. And I'll say this, and I'll pass it. I think keeping DeAndre Hunter on the big league squad is definitely going to pay dividends. Another elite, not going to say elite, another good solid defender on the wing is definitely going to be good, formidable as his team, as his young core gels with some of the old, not old, but some of the veterans who've been with Atlanta. But what's your take, bro?
It's time to move on from DeAndre Hunter.
I like him.
No, it's time to move on. I'm going to be honest. It's time for Jalen Johnson to start from Duke. You know what I'm saying? You need more of a punch, bro. You need more punch. Offensively, you need an option outside of Trey. And I think that's going to obviously be Ricochet. Obviously, I like what he showed. He talked about him running the floor, showed that escape dribble pull up, showing a little bit of different things to his game. I think the only thing I would critique him, he's just going to have to hunt his shot a little bit more. You know what I'm saying? Especially when he plays with Trey. Trey going to pass the ball, but like he's going to need that other option outside of Trey that's scoring, I think, with obviously DeJounte Murray being gone. Like you're going to have to hunt that shot. But I thought he looked good. He showed you what he could be on defense. If you got a big man that's bought in and can defend at a high level, you like that. You like how you can run the floor as well. You like how you can create off the bounce. You also like how you can facilitate and set up some teammates as well. So he has a really nice game. You know what I'm saying? He does. And I think he's going to continue to, get better and better. But some good sights to see, obviously, for Hawks fans. And like I said, I think if you're going to run a lineup, run Trey, run him, run Jalen Johnson, let your young whippersnappers, let them grow. Let them make mistakes. Let them get better. Like some of them veterans, I get it. But if you're trying to see where you at and see what you got, let these young guys play, man. That's kind of my takeaway. I did want to give a shout out. I didn't want to get off topic, but I did want to give a shout out to Reed Shepherd. He got a lot of love from Jamauri. And also Trey Young, man, he had an outstanding performance this past Friday up against the Lakers. 22 points, 7 rebounds, 7 assists, 6 rebounds, 5 steals, as well against Alex Sarr. And what I love the most about Reed Shepherd, he might get that stereotype or that he doesn't play defense and things like that, or that criticism. But man, like if he's playing at that kind of a level, he's going to be a guy for the Rockets that could potentially be. Don't be surprised in a year or two, he's in that starting role. Obviously got Dylan Brooks in there, but if you got a guy that's locking in defensively, getting steals, and then shooting at a high clip, he was the best shooter in the NCAA last year, and he's been carrying it over. Like he's been shooting very efficiently. So for him, I think that you feel pretty good if you Houston. You got another pack-a-punch scorer, maybe his rookie season that can come off the bench and give you good minutes and create shots and things like that and play make. So I definitely think that is good. I also wanted to give a shout out to Terrence Shannon Jr. He also had a great performance this past week for Minnesota Timberwolves. 25 points on 9 of 14 shooting in that win against New Orleans Pelicans. He's been outstanding so far. Scored efficiently, very explosive. Covering ground, plays defensively at a high level, competes very hard. Cody Williams is another one. Had a pretty good performance against the Dallas Mavericks on Saturday. Starting to look a lot more assertive. He came from obviously Colorado, but hit a trio of 3-pointers. He's been doing his thing. And last but not least, my favorite, Don't Connect, man. 25 points, 9 to 18 shooting on that game Friday. Like if you a Lakers fan, I keep saying it. Like that's to me is still of the draft. Like I know a lot of the criticism is for Bronny right now and what he's doing, but people can focus on what Connect is doing and what it can mean to potentially this Laker team to be another scorer for them and somebody they can depend on even as a rookie, but he's an older rookie, he's 23 years old. You feel pretty good, man. He's been showing off, and the fact that he can shoot like that, Bacon, in addition with his athleticism and how he can slash to the rim, him playing off 80 and LeBron, bro, you got to feel good as a Lakers fan. Come on, bro.
That's definitely gonna be tough. Dr. Connect is a special talent, man. He can definitely get it going like a microwave. Definitely got that microwave badge in 2K, man. So big shout out to him. We didn't talk about Alex Sarr. We talked about it in the hotel, Najeh. I was on the cusp of saying, man, he kind of underachieved. I personally wanted to see a little more out of the scoring bag, man. I was one of those ones who kind of had him compared him highly to Wembanyama. I still think he has the potential to do so, being long, can handle the ball, can shoot the ball from anywhere, can score in the post, can beat you off the dribble very long. But I sat back. I said, you know what? The brother didn't shoot well from 3. He probably shot around 30% from 3, which is average. But he had 4 blocks. I said, you know what? For a first game, it's not be critical. That's actually a pretty good, not a very exceptional outing for him. So Alex Sarr for the Wizards take a step in the right direction. I like what I saw and was very pleased, but wanted to get your thoughts as well, brother.
Yeah, I think Reed Shepherd had a nasty poster on him. I think too,
if I'm not
mistaken as well. But I think Sarr's going to have a little bit of growing pains. That's why I told you I think the Hawks made a really good selection with Ricochet kind of coming in, because I think Sarr gonna have a little bit of growing pains. He's gonna have to develop a couple things to his game, I think, as well. But he's probably gonna be one of the Wizards' better players. I mean, obviously Kyle Kuzma is number one right now with Poole and everybody else, but I think it's gonna take a little time for him. Like, going through things, figuring things out, getting experience. He's so young. I think he showed some flashes, Bacon, nonetheless, but I think he's gonna have to hone in on some things, especially defense side of the ball and things like that. I mean, he'll have to tighten it up.
100%. And we from Newton, man. Help me out, bro.
Come on, Stephon Castle.
Stephon
He's
Castle.
He's been hooping. I told you about him.
100%. Stephon Castle's been doing his thing. Unfortunately, a little wrist injury, sidelined him. He's going to miss the rest of the summer league. But the Buzz's been balling, man. You showed enough, man. Sit on the side, man. Here's a little per diem, man. Enjoy yourself. Don't go too crazy. Don't hurt your wrist, man. But you've been doing your thing. And shout out to Stephon Castle for putting on for the Peach State, man. Real deal. Killer. Moving on. Jalen Wilson, another guard for the Spurs, man. The Spurs Brooklyn. Had 27 points. Put away the Knicks. You know what I'm saying? I like the young man's game. Let me see. We can get some of his tape going here. I'll share my screen, man. Share some of the fruits of his labor virtually. All right. Bleacher Report, where you at? Am I live? I bet I'm live. Get a little more shine going.
I like his movement without the basketball.
Mute.
In his pockets. Looking up court, bounce pass, Olay. I just like the modern day forwards, man. Long wiry forwards. You know what I'm saying? They can create super bouncy, super stretchy, man. Just probably. I mean, I like the point centers too. But you know what I'm saying? The elite scoring wings are definitely a high commodity, as we see Cooper Flag, Ace Bailey, Stokes, the bouncer. You know what I'm saying? That's another discussion for another day. But you know what I'm saying? I like the way the NBA is going, man. I just like the way, you know what I'm saying, these prospects have they're growing, man. The genes, whatever's in the food, keep eating it. If we can get some of the toxins out, that'd be cool. But nonetheless, I like the product that's on the hardwood. Bang. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Confident. We'll do a couple more here, ladies and gentlemen, then we'll transition. Got some news about Kyrie Irving. Look like he'll be missing some time. Looks like he loves the corner three there, but yeah. Special talent, Jalen Wilson leads a 21-point comeback against the Knicks. Second-year guard drops 27 points to put away the Knicks. Book it, Jalen Wilson. Now let me scroll and I'll find this Kyrie Irving news, man. So Kyrie Irving has broken his hand. Math star underwent procedure on his injury while training. So that's unfortunate. Looks like Kyrie will miss some time. Not sure how long he'll be out. But just from judging, you know what I'm saying, from hearing hand injuries from in the past, and it's July, he'll probably be back by the season, by the time season starts. Scrolling down, some more news. The Warriors governor trolls Clay. Will have to kick his ass. Joe Lacob on Clay Thompson joining the Mavs. Just a little play for banner, man. I don't think there's any bad blood here. I just think, you know what I'm saying, obviously, as you can tell by the photo, the two had somewhat of a casual relationship. So that's just something, man. When the time comes around, I believe Draymond said it, or somebody said it when those two teams play, it's definitely going to be theater. I think we got one more. Oh, you know what I'm saying? Bronny. Can't find it in here, but he did his thing, man. Oh, can't scroll past this, man. So Ja, I gotta get your thoughts on this as well. Ja leaks his twos. The Ja twos, the strategizers, man, kind of zoom in. You kind of like Kobe's, you know what I'm saying, from afar. I'm close, kind of like Kobe's mixed in with little KD's. The first like the retro KD's. So, gentlemen, what's your critique on the shoes? Do you like the Jai 2s? Y'all like the Strategizers? Are these heat on feet?
Yeah, all right.
They all right? You ain't gonna lace them up, man? Nah.
I wanna share my skill because I'm gonna show you exactly what it reminds me of. This dude. Like,
From Star Wars, I watched this movie as a young lad. Nonetheless, but these shoes will definitely be flying off the shelves. 100%.
I'm not a fan.
Not messing with them.
Nah.
100%. And in news, Europe news, Pat Bev will be playing in Europe. He's going to go to not Team Israel, but he's going to be taking his talents to Israel. I didn't expect to see this news. I know we had some news. We had some. Oh, appreciate that, Jay. I didn't know I was back up. He had some news coming about. He made a comment to a reporter in the locker room during the season that she's not watching this podcast. She couldn't ask him a question. I'm not sure if this led to his departure and him going overseas. But definitely was not expecting this. I'm sure anywhere Pat Bev was going to go, he's going to be a dog. I'm sure he's going to get more money. I don't know. I don't know what the overseas market is like. But definitely a dog. He's going to be a fan favorite. Everybody loves Pat Bev, despite what you think about his comments. But gentlemen, what do you think about Pat Bev's departure to go to Europe?
His NBA playing career is over.
You think because of that comment?
No, I just think it's a wrap. Like, if you're going overseas to Europe, the likelihood of you coming back and playing in the NBA is slim to none. So, NBA career is likely over. That comment might have played a factor. He's going to be suspended regardless. You know what I'm saying? But, I think that's probably a wrap.
Offer he couldn't refuse. I didn't see that. What you got, Jay?
How old is he now, bro? He's
Let's look it up. I'll look it up.
Yeah, I think, like Najeh, it's over, especially if he goes over there. I don't think he got that many years left. I think he's like 30 something. I ain't take forever to look it up.
Patrick Beverly is 36 years of age. Shot
36.
41% from the field last year. Pat Beverly is still an elite defender. I'm sure there's some team. I'm sure to say that he can come back. There's definitely some team that are still offering him a contract. But if you got a team calling that's going to give you bukus of money, then why not? I'm not sure how long he'll be over there. But to say that his career is over in the NBA, that's pie. It's tough. That's tough, G.
It's over. I'm going to put it out there for you. It's over. I told you about Stephon Castle being a lottery pick.
You did. I've given you credit.
Yeah, it's over. Unfortunately.
Just Joe Jelly Bean. So what did y'all think? I'm trying to find it. Just Bronny got he got an award for the COD tourney. Do you think do you think this takes any heat away, but from his performances, but just Bron's came out on record that Bronny don't really care about what people think. Bronny gonna do what he do. I think it's just Bronny being Bronny. I think people just need to pump the brakes, let Bronny do his thing and let him play. So just what's your thoughts? Obviously, the award was put out there that he had either the best KD ratio, or he won a tournament for Call of Duty. Just want to get you guys' thoughts on just the whole scenario. I'll start with you, Naj. You look like you're eager.
I think you could have went a different direction. Bringing up the video game, I don't think that helps him. To be honest with you, like, you winning the tournament, like, no one cares. To be real, like, not saying that the kid can't play. He's gonna have the thing behind him, but I don't think that helps. What I think is interesting, the topic we should be talking about is what Jaylen Brown said about Bronny. Pro. And his girl said, "Oh, he'll likely be in G League." He's like, "Nah, he'll likely be with the Lakers." You know what I'm saying? Because of his name. Yeah, I think that's something we should be talking about. Is that in that comment?
What you got there, brother?
Jerome.
Brown.
Well, hey, that brings us to it. I had to bring that up. I ain't trying to steal your thunder, but I think that's a hot topic since we on the topic of Bronny. That only leads to that. And that going viral yesterday. But I mean, yeah, I think it's unfortunate. He's gonna have a lot of heat, and he's not playing well. He's 0 for 14 from 3. You know what I'm saying? So, and the problem is Bacon. He hasn't shown a flash like of anything just offensively. Maybe defensively, he's been showing some things and steals, and maybe he'll be like a Lou Dortz type of player. But everyone's looking at, okay, well, he got a fully guaranteed contract as a 55th overall pick. His dad is LeBron, the greatest ever. He's going to have that constant pressure, and if he don't perform up to snuff, it's going to be worse when he's on the road. You know what I'm saying? They're going to have signs out. Oh, LeBron's, messing with his teammates. Why? It's going to be so – you know how fans are, bro. You know what I'm saying? They just, they're going to be ruthless, to him. So, it's going to be important for him to be mentally strong, mentally sharp, and be able to ignore it. And it could take him some time, before he's able to do it. I still think he should stay another year and worked on his game a little bit before coming. But, he's fortunate and blessed, I would say, to be able to be in the spot. But it's not going to be easy. It's a part of it.
100%. You add on to that, Jay?
Yeah, I want to get to my question now that you kind of spoiled it, but it's fine, but hey, man, it's a hot topic, and I wanted to ask you guys because since we are talking about Bronny, and to answer your question, I agree with Najeh on the topic for sure. But Jaylen Brown, I'm actually gonna pull this up. Jaylen Brown actually made a comment. I want to know what y'all thought about his comment and the fact that he kind of backtracked a bit. And let me bring it up now. So right here, as you see, this is a back Twitter account. But Jaylen Brown says he don't think Bronny is a pro. It's audio tape. We can hear him say it. And you can see him lipping it right here. I'm not gonna play the actual audio. But this is Jaylen Brown's Twitter account, and it says, it's a flex to have your son alongside you in the NFL. It's a reflection of greatness and longevity. Bronny, it has all the tools around him to be successful. I look forward to watching his growth. I wanted to know what you guys thought about the initial comment that he made on the court. Obviously, he's a guy that plays the Boston, just won a championship, but he didn't take the easy route coming up himself. He, kind of struggled coming in. Not really struggled, but it wasn't where he is now and had to, get to that point. So now he's on the sidelines talking about it, caught on audio. I want to know what your thoughts on the comment that he made and how do you feel like how he kind of rebutted and came back with the comment afterwards.
He's a superstar. Everybody's entitled to their own opinion, man. At the end of the day, Brice will have to do what he does and just go to work. I don't think Bronny's phase right now. If he's still playing poorly when the season comes in, I think it may get to him. I don't think he's phased right now, even though he is over 14. He's probably a little bit, but guys, we gotta recall. You can say Kobe's a different cut than Bronny, but I'm saying Kobe didn't come in glamorous either. I believe some of his first shots were air balls. So people are gonna say what they're gonna say. You just gotta stay down and stay locked in on your own purpose.
Nice.
Yeah, I said a little bit of it in my rebuttal. Like I said, it's not going to be easy. He's the son of one of the greatest players to ever do it, so he's going to have this pressure on him consistently. And I think what Jaylen Brown said, the comment after, was just a cover up. Like he just didn't want no undrawn attention. I think that's how Brown really felt. You're not going to mouth that and tell your girl that if that's not what you're really thinking. But he knows how social media is; they'll blow something up that small. So obviously, he had to go and cover it up. But I mean, I think I don't disagree with his comment. I don't think he's ready yet. That's a big jump. And, he played with USC and stuff like that. And I'm not saying he can't be a great NBA player, but right now, it's going to take him time. Like you just alluded to, Jay, it took Jaylen Brown time. It took Jason Tatum time. You know what I'm saying? This takes time. You're not going to just come out the gates. I can't think of too many players that came out and just was automatically that guy. It took Anthony Edwards time. He's starting to come into his own. He got there quicker, you know what I'm saying? But he's starting to come into his own. Look at Shai Gilgeous. It took him a couple years, you know what I'm saying? So like kind of what Bacon said, he's just gonna have to stay locked in, loaded, in his purpose and what he wants to do, and ignore obviously the backlash and the criticism and stuff like that. But he's gonna get it. It's unfortunate, but that's the reality he got to live in.
Do you think that Jaylen Brown should have been a little bit more aware of what he said and his surroundings? No. That he was on the court side, knowing that he's got cameras in front of him, people looking at him.
No.
Yeah, I agree. Just
no.
Be you, bro.
Be you. He enjoying his time with his girl, got injuries with him, like they chilling watching the game. No, it ain't. There's no being aware. He didn't say nothing wrong. He ain't cuss. He ain't break no law. Like, no, he's enjoying his time, and that's how he felt. Stand on business. Like, no. Son, like, what else y'all want the man to do? Like, no, he's sitting there chilling, just having a conversation. It's the media going out of the way. Oh, let's record what we seeing. Oh, let's be lip readers. You know what I'm saying? Like, no. Right. I guess next time you got to go to his girl. Hey, babe, this is what I think. Like, no, like, just enjoy your time. No, I don't think he needs to. No, he didn't do nothing wrong to me.
Yeah. Okay. Well, congratulations to Jaylen, man. Being able to go on courtside with what he had, on courtside. So all I got to say is, so anyway.
This dude here, bro.
That's my question of the day, man. Who's gonna close us out? Najeh, close out.
Now we still got a couple more topics on the NBA, man. We got Anthony Edwards. Should he be in the starting lineup? And last night he was in the starting lineup, did his thing, man. So obviously he should be in the lineup. He should start. He had his comment about, like, I'm the guy. I should be the guy. No matter what y'all think, I should be the first option. He did his thing last night. So, guys, do you think they're gonna keep him in the lineup? I feel like they should. Yeah, they definitely should.
Yeah.
Will Anthony Edwards be the starter to drink in the Olympics pool play?
I mean, I think he should. He gives them a nice punch. Obviously, got one of the greatest shooters all time with Steph Curry, and obviously one of the greatest all time in LeBron. But just another scoring piece. Not saying Devin Booker can't be that, but somebody you can rely on. Like, Ant can go get a punch on. You know what I'm saying? Ant is improving that 3-point shot. Like, he's becoming one of them lethal scorers in the league. Like, you're gonna be hard to stop. You're gonna have to double him, and then you double him in the Olympic pay with Steph and LeBron and AD rolling and Embiid. Good luck. You know what I'm saying? So, I thought for overall that performance against Australia was pretty good. It was leaning by double digits. They let them make it closer than what it should have been. So they got to get them turnovers and things figured out. But I mean, that was obviously that topic actually changed. You know what I'm saying? Because going in, he wasn't starting, and then they put him in starting lineup. But they know, like, you got to play your best players, man. Ant's one of the best players on the planet right now.
100%, 1,000%. What you got, Jay?
Yeah, I do agree. Anthony is a rising star, and for him to be not in the starting rotation, I think he should be in there, man.
You said rising?
He's rising. He's rising.
I mean, I think he's still rising. I don't know if everybody necessarily agrees like he's the face of the league yet.
He's one of the faces.
Wait, hold on. So wait. You got to be face of the league to be a star?
No. He is a star, but like he's a rising star as far as like he's still rising. Like he's still ascending. He's still ascending.
Oh, okay, I got you. I had to get the definition. That's all. You good?
I know that's the boy. Right? I'm not trying to
disrespect. Like, star. Like you said, Roger superstar. Okay, I would have been like, all right, cool.
Disrespect you. I know that's your boy.
Hey, man.
Yeah, I still think he's one of those guys that's like is really ascending. He's one of the more ascending players right now. Had a really good playoff run, really great run actually. So for him to not be in the starter lineup, I know it's hard with the players that they got in front of him, but I think that he definitely should be one of. I mean, like you said, they got Steph, they got LeBron, but get him in there, man. I say do it. Yeah, I agree.
Quick question for you guys before we transition to the last final thoughts of the three-man weave. We saw the last redeemed team they had more roles. You know what I'm saying? Melo came off the bench and he lit it up from three. Kobe was gonna, you know what I'm saying, kind of be an energizer to the team, playing defense, hustling, keeping everybody accountable. You know what I'm saying? They had Bron, you know what I'm saying, different guys. But this year's team, super team, we'll call it, outside of LeBron, you know what I'm saying, who do you think is gonna be just that guy that kind of that comes in? Obviously, Ant's gonna be the guy that comes in and provides energy, adds offense, but outside of him, what kind of roles do you see certain players in?
I don't think it'll be a role with this team.
Just gonna be
I hate to say, I think you're going to see a team that's going to formulate together and just going to play their best ball. I think the coach is going to put the best players on the court, and I don't think there'll be a defined role or anything like that. I think this is the kind of team you got too many players, you got too many stars. Like before, like you said, there was more defined roles with the Redeem team and with Kobe and all them. I think you got a star coming off the bench on each one: Tyrese Halliburton, Anthony Davis, Devin Booker. Bam, like in their own way. And, obviously everybody got their own definition of a star, but I mean, like defensive stars, offensive stars, like all these guys can fill it up whenever. So when you have that prowess, I mean, it's probably better not to, define necessarily a role for them. Like just, hey, you come in, like, okay, we're going to need you to play defense. Drew Holiday, okay. And you're going to have to play both ends. Like, you know what I'm saying? I think you'll have some things like that, but I don't think it'll be a defined role. You just so much talent. You just let these guys go out there, cook. If they ain't got it, then they pass it up. You probably design plays and stuff, of course, but define roles, I don't see it.
So before I go to Jay, you don't think that as the pool play unwinds, the confrontation or the pushback, not the pushback, but the roadblocks that they come through, they're gonna go through along the pool play. You don't think any roles would be defined like, okay, Steph's gonna be this, he's gonna be our shooter, not just our shooter, but like Bam's gonna be, you know what I'm saying, our defender or whatever. Nothing's gonna be, it's just gonna be, all right, rinse and repeat. If he can't do it, we're gonna slide him in and we're just gonna be everybody our talent.
I think you have certain people with defined roles. I think some people are just gonna be, kind of, you the talent, you're gonna let it show. Like probably Bam will be defensive anchor. AD, hey, we need you to hit the glass, right? We need you to, be an offensive rebounder, right? Finish around the paint and the rim. Steph play off the ball, shoot. You know what I'm saying? Ant score, Devin Booker score, LeBron score, probably things like that. But I don't think like super defined now.
100%.
Who's the coach?
Steve Kerr.
Yeah, I agree with Najeh. I think it will be, if they do just have defined roles, it's gonna be in game to game situation is a situation kind of thing. I don't think they're gonna be like Najeh said, it's not gonna be like, hey, you go out there and do this, you go out here and do it, you go there and do this. I think it's gonna be like, all right, the game progression and it starts getting a little tight and like, all right, I need you to be my shooter on this. Hey, Bam, defender. Hey, Ant, I need you to jam with somebody. I need you to bring some energy. LeBron, you LeBron. I think it's gonna be situations where, as the game kind of progress, especially if it starts being close games, that's when he's gonna start to having defined roles. Like, hey, bring this guy in because I need you to defend this guy because we haven't been doing it. Or we need to start getting more 3-point shooters. So Steph is gonna play a little bit more. I think it's gonna be a little bit more like that. Because all these guys are talented, very talented guys. That's why they're in their position that they are. You know what I mean? And where you have so much talent, you can't really define rules. You have to allow them to do their thing. And then if you need to adjust as things going, I think you do it like that.
Well, I'm not necessarily saying that Steve or whoever needs to define roles. I think that over time, as they play certain games, because this is the first time they've ever played together, that they're going to, all right, this guy's gonna do this. This guy's gonna do this. I think it's just how the game's gonna go from a basketball standpoint. But moving on, I'm gonna wrap up. Najeh may or may not have anything to say for the Peach Jam. I'm just gonna give some quick updates for what's going on in North Augusta, ladies and gentlemen. Monday standouts, obviously Caleb Wilson, he and the Knight Riders, the Boozer twins, have a very good chance. I believe if the Knight Riders win this, it'll be back to back. No, be back to back for the Peach Jam Championships. Brandon McCoy, I'm not sure how to say this young man's Tunde, Kareem Stagg, Ryan Cotty, Dante Allen, Christian Jeffrey, Cortland Mudrew, Caden House, super dog, and Donovan Davis. Another name to look out for is, let's see, the AZ Unity E15 just getting started. They've been making some noise. You can find all this news on Nike EYBL Instagram page. It's definitely going to be a movie. We'll be in town this Friday, heading into this Sunday. Another young man who's definitely stood out to me. Saturday standouts. He plays for Team Brad Bill. This young man right there, he's got some serious games. Seen his film. Definitely interested in seeing him play. Once he Brandon McCoy, Tyron Stokes, the whole shebang. And I also wanted to say this is outside of Peach Jam, but somebody needs to get an interview with a young man, Jacob Wilkins, man. I think he's probably been the only player to play on both EYBL and 3SSB. So I definitely would love to hear his perspective of playing on both at a high level. And if it is the first time someone's ever done this, how did he get this to happen? And so forth and so on. But if you don't have any updates, Naj or Jay, we're going to transition to the last words.
Yeah, excited. I'll be there obviously with you on Saturday, Bacon. So excited to get down there and at least see a little bit of action. Obviously Tyron Stokes headliner, Cameron Boozer, Jasper Johnson's been balling. Caleb Wilson, I think, is top 3 in rebounds right now. So it's been a fun circuit. Can't wait to see. Yeah. That's cool. But yeah, man, so I'm excited for that. That's gonna be a lot of fun. And can't wait to be there with my brother. He's gonna be working the event. I'll be there trying to get some inside scoop. I think Nigel James, committed today. I gotta go back and look and see where he did. I didn't hear anything from my editor, so he might have didn't choose Yellow Jackets, but I'll look up that in a second. But it's gonna be some talent there. I'm trying to get some intel on, and then obviously, we'll talk about where we'll be at this week, in a second. I don't want to get out of the way, but I'm excited to see some of this top talent and kind of the last weekend, obviously, of kind of the AU circuit when it comes to the Peach Jam and the EYBL and things like that.
I'm saying, Jay, you got something?
No.
You said nah?
Mm-mm. Yeah.
All right. 100%. So where will we be at this weekend? We'll be at North Augusta. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully we can get a couple peaches ourselves because in the videos it looks scrumptious. But like I said, we'll be there. Sir Van, top talent, man. We'll try to give y'all updates. It's gonna be our first year. Speaking for myself, just gonna try to take it all in. I'm gonna be working the cam. So if you watch the live stream on EYBL.com, I'll be one of those hands, those steady hands, guiding you and feeding that live stream too. And during some breaks of some time, I'll be trying to provide updates on my phone. We'll see how that goes. Getting a couple of interviews at the end of championships, so we'll bring that exclusive content to you while we got that football content from Hoover. So that's where I'll be at.
Yeah, for me, I'll go and let Jay conclude. I'll be there with you on Saturday, Bacon, all the way up into the end of the weekend. That's going to be a lot of fun. And then Monday is ACC Media Days, man. So we were moving up in the world. If you guys didn't know, SEC Media Days is all this week. We're not there, but we will be there Monday for ACC Media. I'm thinking, Bacon, I know we got to drive back, but hey, man, I might potentially stay. I know we're going to be there for Georgia Tech, but I might potentially stay to see Florida State too, bro. Florida State SMU is going to be on that same day. Not stay all night, but I think include probably like 2-3 o'clock, man. Just watch them as well, get kind of acclimated with them, and things like that before we drive back down that 3-hour ride or whatever. From up there. Yeah. So excited for that, man. My first major media day. It's just, me and Bacon, I appreciate him when telling that on the pod tonight. We just try to move up, man, continue to grow, grow the brands, grow our brands, and continue to just get better and better, become great journalists, great men. So I want to say thank him for being with me along the journey and coming on some of these trips with me up there, because I know, man, Munyon is tight, but we both sacrifice, and I appreciate him for that, man. So we excited for it, man. We seen Brooks Austin. I think he was featured on SEC Network. A couple big pioneers in the industry. Him, obviously, Philip Dukes the Scoop. He's been doing his thing, man. So just guys like that, seeing them doing what they're doing, man. They inspire me. I know they inspire Bacon and obviously Jerome, and to get to where we want to be in life, man. So I'll leave it there.
Real quick, do you know when Miami is going?
I think Miami is Wednesday. I really wanted to go Wednesday because I know Wake Forest and I know a guy that's the top player on their team, JD. I actually know him personally. He's like an 89 on College Sport Football 2025 or EA Sports Football, whatever you want to call it. But I really wanted to just see him. I think that would have been so cool there to see him go up there. But I won't be here to be there Wednesday, unfortunately. But I think they're there Wednesday with Wake Forest.
100%. We got the room till Tuesday, G. So we can stay at midnight if you want, G.
You clowning.
What you got, Jay?
Shout out to Duke the Scoop, man.
Yeah.
And to talk to Dion, had a funny meme gift. Hopefully that kind of goes around because that's such a good gift, man. Yeah, that girl was fun. That girl was crazy, man. I'm jealous. I'm like, hey, I want one like that. I want me again, like, you know what I mean? I thought that was cool. 3-hour ride, man. Not complaining. 3 hours is not that bad. 3 hours is not that bad. Y'all be fun. But shout out to y'all guys doing your thing, man. Appreciate it. I think that's awesome, man. I will be at OD's camp. So if you guys don't know who that is, OD is Oliver Davis, one of the top DB trainers, not only in Georgia but in the country. Training some really good DBs that are in the NFL right now. Jalen Ramsey being one of them. The kid from Carolina, keep forgetting his name. I'm so sorry. Guys like Andre Cisco from the Jags, AJ Terrell from the Falcons. He trained, Ivion. He trained Caleb Downs. He trained all these players, He trained a lot of good, DBs that are in, college football right now. There are some currently in high school still, some, now in the NFL. So, he's a good friend of ours. This is his 3rd annual camp. If you guys are not registered now, if you want to get some good DB wide receiver work, make sure you go out there. Oliver Davis has his camp this weekend, so go to his page. I think it's I am Oliver Davis or I am OD, something like that, on his Instagram. Go hit him up. Go see him. You got all the camp description on there, so if you can sign up real quick, please do that as soon as possible because you won't get this kind of talent there. And there's going to be NFL guys there. AJ Terrell is there every year. A whole bunch of other guys. Last year, Emmanuel Forbes was there. Bertrand Pitt was there. Martin Emerson from the Browns was there. A whole bunch of guys. Andre Cisco was there. So, I'll be out there to support him. If you're a young DB or just want to get some good work, I highly suggest going to his camp. Or if you can't go to his camp this weekend, definitely go train with him. He's got a lot of high quality DBs that he trained over the years. So I'll be with him this weekend. It's gonna be a fun and exciting time for me. So especially that I missed Hoover this weekend. So shout out to OD, man. Bacon, you want to share something on the screen?
Yes, sir, man. Just going to tell the people about this Najeh James news. Per Greenlight Media, man, he's been on it, updating us and keeping us informed on Twitter. Najeh James has committed to Marquette, man. So definitely want to put that out there. Great young man. Great ball player, great point guard, even better young man. So shout out to him, committing to his next 2 to 3 years at Marquette, man. It's definitely special. Plays with Team Expressions. Not sure, haven't been keeping up how they've been doing at the Peach, but they were one of the top teams in the regular season pool play at the stops in different cities. So I'm sure they're doing their thing at the Jam. Back to you, Jay.
100%. Let's get to our words of wisdom this weekend. Bacon, let's start with you, man. What's your words of weekend? Words of wisdom.
Words of wisdom. On the spot today, be thankful for what you got. Be thankful for what you don't have. Everything that you don't have is preparing you. It's preparing you for everything going forward, man. Take everything with a grain of salt. And when you have sugar in your life, definitely take it. But just continue to keep pushing. take everything in, good or bad, like I said, and use it as fuel. It was a quote I saw earlier today that hate is free. It's free energy to fuel greatness. So just take it all in, good or bad, and keep pushing forward, man. And always give thanks to God, because without God, none of us are where we're at, man. But just be thankful and for the good and bad.
Yeah, I'll go next. I'll let Najeh go last. I think there's a such thing as, positive jealousy. And I'm gonna kind of go in here. So there's a difference between a positive jealousy and hate. And for instance, these guys been at Hoover this weekend, and I was been so jealous that they went over there at Hoover, man. But it's not a hate. I don't hate the fact that they went and I didn't. It's a positive jealousy, and I think you could take a positive jealousy and run with it. So now I'm gonna be on my P's and Q's to make sure I go there next year for sure. So I think there is a such thing of a positive jealousy. I think that you can't take a type of situation where you're feeling a little jealous about something, but that's not time to use that positive jealousy and turn it to a negative jealousy or a hate. You know what I'm saying? Like, use that jealousy and go like, all right, time for me to lock in. I need to do something about what just happened, or me not being able to do this, or this person having something, or this person being able to, do something that I wasn't able to, or you wasn't able to, things like that. I think there is a such thing of positive jealousy. The fact that you guys went to that camp, man, like, it looked like a good camp, man. Y'all talking about it. I'm sitting here like, I wish I went. But I'm gonna use that. I'm gonna feel that. I'm gonna make sure, I go next year. I'm gonna make sure, I get more content of that coming out. So, I think there is a such thing of a positive jealousy. I'll never be hateful jealousy of you boys. I'm super proud of you guys from when we first saw, and now you guys are doing some crazy stuff, man. I just wish I was there with you guys. But hey, man,
we'd love to have you, man.
Yeah, man, I know, but life be lifing, But again, there is such things of positive jealousy, so I want to put that out there. Like, hey, you could be. It's okay to be a little jealous of people or jealous of a situation, but don't use that as a hate, where you're jealous and you're like, man, these suckers, their content was trash, man. Like, no, they had great content, man. They look like they had fun. I'm happy for them. I'm proud of them. But I know what's out there. So, positive jealousy is a thing. I know y'all kind of like, where you going with this?
No, pretty good, bro.
For sure. What you got, Najeh?
100%, man. Yeah. So obviously, I said on the special edition pod is gonna be coming out here soon, man. But the best 7-on-7 tournament that nobody knows about, I keep telling y'all, I sit on that. It's the best one in the country, in my humble opinion. Hoover 7-on-7, Go Hustle Up national tournament, man. One of the best ones. Great job they put on every single year. Great place to just make connections with people and things like that. Plus, I was able to drive from Birmingham on Saturday to go attend it. So shout out to that, man. After my family reunion was over, man. So that was a lot of fun. But yeah, man, my words of wisdom, kind of similar to Jay's a little bit. What I would say is find like-minded people. You know what I'm saying? When you're trying to do something, sometimes you'll go in careers and things like that. And you'll go solo dolo. What I've been learning is some stuff you gotta delegate. And I have great brothers like Bacon. Like, I know he's gonna help me edit this podcast that we did, this special edition, allow me to post it on my YouTube channel and things like that. We partner together on some different stuff all the time, and collaboration is very important. Helps you grow not only in your brand, but also as a person. Learning from him, he teaches me insights all the time. I'll give you guys a quick tidbit. I was teaching him something this weekend about having that journalistic perspective. Example was going up to Benjamin Russell. We had the connection last year, just real quick, and tell Jay this too. We had the connection last year. Like, he had a great tidbit, great little clip. Bacon had made like 15, 20 seconds, but the coach was just dead. The coach was just like, you know what I'm saying? Coach was just going like that. You know what I'm saying? Like that to the song. We was playing like a young boy song. And I just really remember, I was like, yo, this coach in last year. He was like, for real, no? I was like, yeah. I was like, well, let's go talk to him. And next thing you know, we went and talked to him on Saturday.
Boom.
Built a connection with him. You know, he tells us about all the program in school. He's like, yo, this is the #1 receiver in the state of Alabama. Next thing you know, we get him mic'd up. You know what I'm saying? And Bacon follows him for 3 straight games. You know, without talking to that coach, we don't know if that'll be able to happen. So I'll say, you know, when you find like-minded people, you can build off them, learn from them. So that's why I say that as well. And also in closing, you are a reflection of the 5 people you hang out with the most. So remember that, you know what I'm saying? Hang out with people, not just, and this is why I consider Bacon such a great, you know, person I hang around, you know what I'm saying? And I really consider him a philosopher, but you know, it's not, you know, for real, you're laughing. I'm serious, man. The man like to read, like he just think different. But it's important to find groups that ain't just about going out all the time and having fun. It's important to find fellas like this. Jerome, always on his business, building his brand. Najeh, get an LLC. Najeh, do this. Think about this. You need to tune up your pictures a little bit better. Hey, Bacon, Najeh, you need to think about this, man. Maybe add this a little bit more detail to this video. Maybe try to get this in. Hey, Najeh, try for the first time, do it mic'd up. You know what I'm saying? Just getting different things out of your comfort zone. Guys, it's going to think, okay, how can I grow myself, right? How can I grow investing? How can I, you know, grow as a person? Like, these are the people you got to be around. If you're around them same people that, you know, doing the same thing in life, not trying to grow, not trying to get better, that's what you're going to be as well. But I get to talk to Bacon about investing, growing my money, growing wealth, you know what I'm saying? Building things. Like, that's the kind of people you want to be around. So I just say, be careful who you choose to be in your inner circle. Find like-minded people that's trying to get on the same thing you is. And sometimes you got to leave people behind.
I understand. And I want to give a shout out to my boys, man. I was in the house all weekend. They called me on a trip. You know what I mean? They could have been like, I gotta go edit early. You know, they took some time out their trip, called me, check on me, man. So I appreciate
Don't get sentimental on all this, brother.
Appreciate that, man. Appreciate that. So thank you guys for doing that, man. And as always, get them boys to 10K on Twitter, bro, or X, whatever you want to call it. Help them boys out. Get them to 10,000. My boy Najeh, first time on Twitter live. And hold on, we are at 215. First of all, that's a record. This man single-handedly has 124 viewers. I told you to get your butt on X when you finally did it. So I appreciate you, bro. Look at you. 124 his first time. Like, right now, I have 57 and Bacon has 33. You're killing us combined right now. So the numbers are up, man. So get this man to 10,000. If you're watching on my page and or even Bacon, if you watch it from one of ours, help, you know, Najeh, and then vice versa. Me and Najeh's people help Bacon, and let's make this a unity. Help everybody get to 10,000 on X for sure, and Instagram and Twitter. You can find all that right below all our Twitter and Instagram accounts. Go ahead, Najeh.
Last thing, and I'm throwing not Bacon, Jerome, so we can finish this out, man. First off, man, I want to say this to the fans, man. Man, I love y'all, man. I appreciate y'all. Y'all been tapped into the content, man. I be dropping videos on the YouTube, talking about Travis Smith Jr., filmed a quick little clip, less than 2 minutes, man. That's up 400. I talked about Georgia getting that offensive lineman Jackson. That's over 1,500 views. The love y'all showing on X, man, just I'm shocked myself just seeing it over 100. I don't even got that many followers. You know what I'm saying? So that just means I got a loyal following and people that is tuned in. I'm not even at Jay's figure yet. Jay's at 10K. You know what I'm saying? I'm only at 3,500, man. So I want to say to the fans that stuck around, like, we didn't even get Jamauri Brice today, Jerome. That's the crazy part. Imagine if we got Jamauri. You know what I'm saying? We didn't even get Jamauri Brice, still over 100. So I want to say, man, all love, man. I really appreciate y'all. Thank y'all, man. Y'all are great. More content on the way. Like I said, I'm going to be at AC Media Days. I'm going to have updates. I'm going to have Coach Key, Haynes King. I'm going to try to get this content ready for y'all. Tech fans, y'all are lovely. Love y'all too, man. Appreciate all the love.
Hey.
Sting them.
Love it to the fans. Love it to the fans. Love it. Go ahead, Bacon. You have something?
I just said sting them, brother. It's a little something for the Tay fans out there.
I mean, Jerome don't know about that.
Yeah, he's a big blue, man. He's a big blue.
Yeah, big blue.
Go blue.
That's
gonna do it for us today, guys. Appreciate y'all being on. As always, thank you for Phenom for powering this podcast. Once again, go to Phenom. What's that?
I was trying to point to our ads while you were there. We go. Do you think, bro?
Okay. Anyway. Thanks, for powering his podcast, man. As always, go to their website, Phenom Elite Brand. Get your 10% off. As you see it right up there, ICH Football, get 10% off. Save you some cash. Look fresh. Look dope. Different color gloves. Man, go to Phenom on their Instagram too. They be teasing some new products. They teased this nice one today. I think it's called I don't want to butcher it, but go to their thing. They got some new glove concepts. Go to it. It was sick. I want to go back and play football, man, so I can wear some Phenom gear, man. But definitely, thank them for allowing us to do this and have 10% off on all products and saving you guys some money and also help supporting us. So again, thank you guys for that. But this is the First and Foremost podcast. We're not only give you the spill. You can get rid of.
Yeah. That's what I'm talking about. About time. Finally got it right.
Yeah.
Yes, bro. Yes. About time. About time.
Y'all didn't even like say anything. I was just waiting for me to say. I was like, I'm waiting for y'all.
Yeah, it's captivated, my friend.
That's funny. But thank
Yeah,
you guys.
it's so good we ain't need to say nothing.
That's crazy. Well, thank you guys so much for getting on with us today. Hopefully, next time we get on, we have our guest come on. So we apologize for that.
Next Tuesday.
Bye. See you on this one. Peace.